The never-ending legal battle between Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, a case of public scandal and personal tragedy. The legal battle between Hollywood stars Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt has been one of the most scrutinized celebrity disputes in modern times. What began as a seemingly amicable separation in 2016 soon spiraled into an all-consuming legal and media frenzy, with both parties entangled in disputes over child custody, alleged domestic violence, and accusations of manipulation in the public eye. While it appears that the legal battle may be approaching its end, the emotional and reputational damage caused by years of back-and-forth accusations has left deep scars that are unlikely to heal anytime soon. This essay seeks to explore the complexities of the Jolie-Pitt case, from its origins to its impact on their personal lives and public personas. While Brad Pitt has technically secured victories in court, it is important to examine the emotional costs and long-term consequences for all involved. Ultimately, this story is more than just a legal matter. It is a tale of broken relationships, public spectacle, and the lingering aftermath of unresolved trauma. The origins of the conflict: Angelina Jolie filed for divorce from Brad Pitt in September 2016, citing irreconcilable differences. At the time, the announcement shocked the world, as the couple, affectionately dubbed Brangelina by the media, had long been considered one of Hollywood's golden couples. Having starred together in Mr. and Mrs. Smith, 2005, their on-screen chemistry translated into a real-life romance that captivated the global entertainment industry. Over the course of their relationship, they adopted 3 children, Maddox, Pax, and Zahara, and welcomed 3 biological children, Shiloh and twins Knox and Vivian. However, what appeared to be a picture-perfect family was already unraveling behind closed doors. Soon after Jolie's divorce filing, reports emerged of a domestic incident that had allegedly occurred aboard a private plane in September 2016, involving Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie, and their son Maddox. This incident marked the beginning of a tumultuous legal journey, with Jolie accusing Pitt of abusive behavior, and Pitt vehemently denying the allegations. The central question that would dominate the next several years of legal wrangling was whether Pitt's conduct during this episode amounted to abuse or whether it had been mischaracterized by Jolie in an effort to secure a more favorable outcome in the custody proceedings. One of the most controversial aspects of the Jolie-Pitt legal battle has been the accusations of domestic violence leveled against Brad Pitt. Angelina Jolie has consistently claimed that Pitt's actions on the 2016 flight were abusive, not only to her but also to their children. According to FBI reports, Pitt was allegedly intoxicated during the flight and engaged in an argument with Maddox, during which he reportedly acted like a monster and yelled at the children. Jolie described feeling frozen, scared, and unsure of what to do as the situation escalated. She claimed to have sustained 2 minor injuries during the altercation, further fueling her claims of abuse. These allegations became a central point of contention in the custody battle, with Jolie seeking primary custody of the children and restricting Pitt's access to them. In response, Pitt denied the accusations of abuse, admitting that he had a problem with alcohol at the time but strongly refuting any claims that he had been violent toward Jolie or the children. This denial was corroborated, to some extent, by an investigation conducted by the Los Angeles County Department of Children and Family Services, DCFS, which found no evidence of child abuse or neglect. The FBI also conducted a separate investigation and chose not to file charges against Pitt, clearing him of any criminal wrongdoing. Despite these legal exonerations, the damage to Pitt's reputation had already been done. The media coverage of the incident was relentless, and public opinion on the matter was divided. Jolie's legal team continued to pursue the narrative that Pitt had acted abusively, while Pitt's team painted Jolie as someone who was attempting to manipulate the system to destroy his reputation. This clash of narratives became a key feature of their ongoing legal battle, with each side accusing the other of attempting to distort the truth. One of the most challenging aspects of the Jolie-Pitt case has been the role of public perception in shaping the narrative. As 2 of the most famous actors in the world, Jolie and Pitt's personal lives have always been under intense scrutiny. Their separation and subsequent legal disputes only amplified this attention, with the media playing a significant role in how their stories were told. Every legal filing, court appearance, and public statement was dissected by entertainment journalists, tabloids, and social media commentators. This constant exposure had a profound impact on both Jolie and Pitt's public personas, but in very different ways. For Brad Pitt, the allegations of abuse tarnished his image as a leading man. Known for his charm, good looks, and philanthropic endeavors, Pitt had long been considered one of Hollywood's most bankable stars. However, the domestic violence accusations cast a shadow over his career, prompting many to question his character. Even though he was cleared of criminal charges, the stigma of the allegations lingered, affecting how he was perceived both personally and professionally. In contrast, Angelina Jolie's public image evolved in a more complex manner. On one hand, her decision to file for divorce and accuse Pitt of abuse earned her sympathy from those who saw her as a victim of domestic violence. On the other hand, some viewed her actions as calculated, believing that she was using the allegations to gain an advantage in the custody battle. Jolie has long been admired for her humanitarian work and her dedication to her children, but the legal battle with Pitt brought her motivations into question. Was she genuinely seeking justice, or was she manipulating the legal system to achieve a more favorable outcome for herself and her children? One of the key turning points in the Jolie-Pitt legal saga occurred when Angelina Jolie filed a request under the Freedom of Information Act, FOIA, to obtain all records related to the FBI's investigation of the 2016 plane incident. In her FOIA request, Jolie, using the pseudonym Jane Doe, argued that the FBI had failed to take proper action in response to her allegations. She claimed that an FBI agent had prepared a statement indicating that there was probable cause to charge Pitt with a crime, but that the case was ultimately dropped by federal prosecutors. Jolie contended that this decision had harmed her and her children by undermining the legitimacy of their experience and making it more difficult to prove her case in ongoing family court proceedings. This move was seen by some legal experts as an attempt by Jolie to reopen the investigation and bring new attention to the allegations of abuse. By requesting the FBI's records, Jolie hoped to gain access to evidence that could potentially bolster her claims in the family court case. However, the FOIA request also raised questions about her motivations. Was she genuinely seeking justice for her children, or was she using the legal system to perpetuate the narrative of Pitt as an abuser in order to gain leverage in the custody battle? Pitt's legal team, for their part, argued that Jolie's FOIA request was just another tactic in her ongoing efforts to tarnish his reputation. According to a source close to Pitt, Brad's team has always maintained that both parties have already been fully transparent about the incident, and this lawsuit was just another way for her to destroy his reputation. The source added, but it seems like she's finally given up. Indeed, in September 2023, Jolie formally withdrew her FOIA lawsuit, signaling that she may be ready to move on from the legal battle, at least in this particular aspect. While the FOIA lawsuit may have been withdrawn, the ongoing family court battle over custody has been the central issue in the Jolie-Pitt legal dispute. When Jolie first filed for divorce in 2016, she requested primary physical custody of their 6 children, while Pitt sought joint custody. This disagreement over custody has been a driving force behind much of the legal acrimony between the two, with both sides employing aggressive legal tactics to achieve their desired outcomes. Over the years, several judges have been involved in the case, and the custody arrangement has shifted multiple times. In May 2021, a judge granted Brad Pitt joint custody of the children, ruling that Jolie had not provided sufficient evidence to prove that Pitt was an unfit parent. This decision was seen as a significant victory for Pitt, as it allowed him to spend more time with his children and play a more active role in their lives. However, Jolie continued to contest the ruling, seeking to have the decision overturned. As of 2023, the custody battle has largely been resolved, with only 2 of the couple's 6 children, twins Knox and Vivian, remaining under the age of 18. This means that the majority of the custody disputes are nearing their end, as the older children are now legally considered adults and are free to make their own decisions about their relationships with their parents. While the technicalities of the custody battle may be coming to a close, the emotional impact of the years-long struggle is likely to persist for both Jolie and Pitt, as well as their children.